court to God. The white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass shit, give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass shit, the prophets. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't, so take it no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass see the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world to know. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass see the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass better stop the ass shit. Boy, I'm gonna step on the side of the show to the fake niggas. They sound like I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ain't she the prophets, that baby so below to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass see the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass see the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up, serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga.
See, y'all think it's just about us in here, but this is about an oppressive, fucked up system designed to keep niggas down and shit. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. What about you, little nigga? You know about that?
Yes.
Oh, you know about that? Tell me what you know about that. Tell me what you think about that.
I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. Belly of the beast, we been living in hell. They like, damn Kai, how could you tell? Put us in the project, set us up to fail. Round here, bullets be flying like hell. Too many of my niggas either dead or in jail. Make a nigga work when you locked in a cell. Can't find work when you out on bail, but your homie got the work, so we passed you a scale. Got them birds like the Bible got quail. Niggas selling out cause they mama got bills. Turning the coons like Oprah and Gail. How you sell your soul just to get a little kale? They put you in a dress when you get a record deal. Wanna see a nigga getting high on pills? You can dance on a pole, you can sell that tail, but they never tell a nigga that he can go to Yale. We all created equal, that's white males. All lives matter, not black males. Another mother crying, another coffin got a nail. How many brothers out here got killed? How many of our sisters out here gotta heal? How many more caps gotta get peeled? We beef with each other so quick to pull the steel. George Zimmerman still alive and well. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Feel. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. Feel. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill, chill, yo, chill.
Prison industrial complex is a system situated at the intersection of government and private interests. It uses prisons as a solution to social, political, and economic problems. It includes human rights violations, the death penalty, slave labor, policing, courts, the media, political prisoners, and the elimination of dissent.
They just want us to die in silence. They just want us to die in silence. I might start me a fucking riot. Slave rebellion, no compliance. They just want us to die in silence. They murder minds like they got a license. I pray for the coronavirus to kill all of these violent tyrants. They prey on us like they poaching lions. World War III's on the horizon. Black and Hispanics form alliance. From the west coast to the islands, this pressure is making diamonds. They've awakened sleeping giants. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. But feel.
Nigga, did you just say what I was trying to say, but smarter? I like this little nigga.
One West, 12 tribes, UPK. Yeah. I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. Ever since a nigga was young, I knew what I wanted. Knew that we could either be hunters or with the hunted. Meaning only choice was the predators or the prey. Showed this man wherever I was, but I didn't play. Then I started spitting that fire to every stage. Rap gave a little bit of buzz, but it didn't stay. Then I started hustling, getting at some bread. I always went broke, making sure that my niggas fed. But then I looked for loyalty, niggas, they wasn't there. The same that I shed blood for, and it wasn't fair. Well, fuck it though, turn they back on a real nigga. It's when I found UPK and I'm still with them. Drill with them, cause I've been in the field with them. Fringed up garments, rocking the shield with them. I never turn traitor, I never let my colors fly. Never get my brother's liver. I ain't like that other guy, nothing like them funny groups. They just better get in line. If you in the middle, you confused, you should pick a side. Me, I must stay loyal to the king till the day I die. I am One West, head beating in my chest. Fuck all the rest, we stayed, y'all left. Suckers ran scared, had to clean up y'all mess. That's why we took over, I can see that y'all stressed. We ain't got time to worry about no hater. My life is like a movie, should come with a narrator. They gather data, they wanna see us assimilated. Marching through the streets, know we coming, you hear our cadence. All you smell is Henny and frankincense is the fragrance. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. My squad is forever. It's forever. Squad is forever. When a nigga in this mode like I get so hyped, shining blinding like a strobe light. I'm my only calm, so I battle me back and forth night like a bullfight. I see red charging Detroit might gave me foresight, so I know that when you go might have them all like fuck their feelings, cause they all tight. I was always taught never turn your back on your brothers. Take on any enemy, know the strength in these numbers. UPK official and ain't no coward among us. Don't make me go and bang with them sticks like I'm a drummer. How y'all gonna run with the style that we invented? You always talk the war was wild, but you never in it. All that coulda, shoulda, woulda. I see how you try to spin it. The way my soldiers move out, you think that we got evicted. It's One West in the building, we owning it while you renting. Lyrical exercise in the booth is my Planet Fitness. Words move you like calisthenics. Bars heavy, so when I bench it, I'm building up a hardcore. I flex when I'm finished. And right after a light workout, it's back to business. Group sick of UPK, cause we the illest. I got one question, will they ever stop hating? Waiting on this war so long, I'm salivating. Niggas turn bitch so strong, I call them Caitlyn. I get the green light, let's go, no hesitations. Y'all just been holding our spot like reservations. Now we back to work while you suckers still on vacation. Mixtape singles and even collaborations. They smiling in the face, but I know I see aggravation. You ain't got to hide it though, you fucking mighty cone. UPK bringing that heat, you know the fire's on. It's One West. Cause I'm a one West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters, the squad is forever. One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters, the squad is forever. It's forever. The squad is forever.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Vigi. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, cause they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say all y'all through the street. Day all through the street. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass off the lead. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
One West is to raise, son. That's where I came from. That is my A1s. I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can hate, son. You cannot take, son. I've been in every hood out of my state, son. Out in these streets, I'm steady blazing. Looking to cut a nigga like I'm Jason. I am the one. This is the Matrix. Going so hard that they think I'm an agent. Going so hard that they said I'm a Mason. These are the facts, though. I'm just amazing. There is no other way that I could stay them. Iron my spotted, they'll never be vacant. These niggas lazy. They got complacent. They wanna level these fucking Caucasians. How the fuck we gonna rebuild our nation? You niggas feminine, go get some makeup. Sorry, but my love is only for Jacob. We had some hard days, we learned some hard ways. always. Just know that I pray that we get it out the dust. Only thing that I trust, knowing that my niggas gon' bust. That's thumbing up the rush, thinking that you won't get touched. Fuck when my brother get crushed, been through too much. Always come through in the clutch. Nigga just do what it does, fuck you thought shit was. Cause nigga it wasn't. Know that I do this a dozen. Always kept it 100. Niggas know I never stunning. And I keep shit running, even on the days when the pain keep coming, or a nigga fucked up and he feel like numbing. Show goes on, I just keep on drumming my faith, even on the days I wanna break. Saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Dark days with no night vision, that's why my heart is a cave and there's ice in it. Don't even trust niggas no more, Lord is my witness. Me and these niggas ain't the same, it's a slight difference. Thought a nigga had my back, now it's a knife in it. But now I'm back at the back like it's the ninth inning. Still got the backpack packed in the back of the camp van, taking any given chance to blaze on the white man. Son of Benjamin, born on the right hand, never losing grip, I understand who I am. Met a man to show me the right path, now I'm rooted in the truth, to rule is my plan. And I can never lose sight like an exam. Sharp as iron, I was forged by fireman. In a circle of life, how could I tell you, man? I was undesired, had no one, and then I met these men and it changed how I'm living. Their words was convicting, called that a life sentence. Now I need a witness, but no, I'm not Christian. My faith in these scriptures, man, not no religion, man. It's like Tazab and no brother Katazab. Then you niggas too sweet like baklava. Niggas better not make a nigga bring them choppers out. Better pray for your health like the doctors out. Just be faithful, one day you'll be thankful. Wonder why they hateful. Luckily I got angels. I'm so thankful. Yes, I'm so thankful. Used to be ashamed, and even before I changed,
still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even want.
Camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters. The squad is forever. One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. It's forever. The squad is forever.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Beach. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, cause they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. When I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eatin'. I'm in this bitch with the Ibis. Say all y'all do the street. Tell y'all through the street. If a nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still get it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit. I keep it loyal to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way.
All right, let's clap it up. And Shalom Israel, Shalom Yahweh Shamar, Shalom Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Barakathon, so the brother, Shalom Yahweh Shamar, Barathon Bashem Yahshai to all the sisters, all right? Today, once again, scripture breakdown class, every Wednesday. Give me 1 second here. Make sure that you guys share the content, and also too, like, subscribe to ISUK Minnesota. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and soon to be other social platforms. All right, today of course is scripture breakdown in the law class, where you can ask any questions that you may have concerning life, concerning your own situations, what you've been seeing in the news. It doesn't matter, you can ask any question. And also too, there's no such thing as a dumb question. All right, because some people may ask a question that they truly do not know, but they're asking to get, the answers. So whatever, sometimes people may think that the questions that they may have may be Christian or stupid, or silly. Just ask the question and we will get to it, all right? If anybody got any questions in the room, let me know. Otherwise, I can save it for the camp leader, okay? Otherwise, once again, share the content, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, all right? And soon to be on other social media platforms. We are trying to expand this truth and get it out to all over the airways. So much has happened in the earth. If I may, just real quick, has anybody heard about that pregnant sister in Kansas City that got shot 5 times yesterday?
You told me about it.
Done. A terrible, terrible situation. I'm not sure if this footage, but I don't think I even want to watch it. It's too much. The sister from South Dakota, she had sent me the video of that devil who killed the 10 black people. I still got it, but I can't.
Yeah,
I just can't watch it yet. You know what I mean? I've been looking for the video everywhere, but she's the only one that I know who has it in the school, because everybody else trying to look for it, but I just can't do it. I don't know if I could do it. It was hard enough seeing videos like Eric Gardner, George Floyd, which was just like the anniversary of him, May 25th, which wasn't that long ago. Tamir Rice, just all these live footage videos of our people being killed. It's very heartbreaking. Once again, this is why these classes are very much important, because this is where we talk about the problems and the issues going on in our communities within our people, right? And this is where we give you the solution. A lot of people, I've been to events where people talk about the problems, but they try to give the solution, but it doesn't stick.
Right.
And a lot of people outside of the ISUK, they say the same thing. It's what I hear. Like, for example, a lot of people talk about gun violence, right? And black on black crime. What do most people in the world say as far as our people? What do black and Hispanic people say the solution should be for black on black crime, or shooting each other down? Anybody? Go ahead.
Ban guns.
Right. As if there's not any other weapon that they can use against you.
Right.
People will use knives, use any weapon, any tool to try to kill you.
Right.
That's not the solution.
Right.
It sounds good, but it's not it. I hate to break it to you, it's not.
Right.
It's much more than that. If I may, just a short answer, what is the solution? As far as black on black crime, how to stop it?
Getting inside the ISUPK.
And what does genocide the ISUK do for a person that's so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian?
It gives them a sound mind.
A sound mind. Also, too, you got to get deep rooted into why Black people are killing each other.
Right.
A lot of people out there, they say, oh, you can't blame everything on Mr. White Man. You gotta understand, he plays a huge part on why we do what we do to each other.
Right.
That's very, understandable. You know what I mean? No one's really looking in deep of the root of why we are doing what we're doing. You gotta ask yourself, why do people do drugs? Why do people molest, rob, and steal? You know what I mean? It's funny because our oppressor, they play victim when they are really the murderers.
Right.
They are really the ones who cause all these things on us.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And they do it all the time. What?
Because they always like to look at themselves as the underdog.
Right.
And it's a saying that goes, when the bully plays the bully plays a victim, it ain't good for nobody.
Time. Absolutely. And I love that precept where if I may, let me get it right now. Can you get it for me? Zephaniah 11:5. Yeah, it should be Zephaniah 11:5. Yeah. Yeah, that has to be one of my favorite precepts that I think about all the time. It's Zephaniah 11:5. Because he said it very, very specific on how our oppressor is with us right now. Zephaniah 11:5 is what the scripture should be. All right. With all the things going on, no one ever looks to our oppressor. They always try to cover the steps, always try to keep them as the hero when they are really the villain. Okay? Just let me know when you got that, right?
Zephaniah 11:5?
Yeah, Zephaniah 11:5, yeah. I didn't say Zechariah, right? No, okay. No sweat. I know it's pretty close. I think they're right next to each other as far as the books.
Yeah.
But they're basically cousins.
I'm trying to think.
Go ahead.
Zephaniah, how 11? Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Zechariah. Okay.
Right,
See, look,
right.
I get it mixed up all the time. Salakia for that. Zechariah 11:5. See how I get it mixed up because there's some cold, hard precepts in Zephaniah as well. You better believe it. Okay. All right. Let me know when anybody got it.
I got it.
Okay. Don't be shy now, since I see you over there. Okay. Even sisters can read the precept. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Go ahead.
Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. What is that speaking about? Anybody whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Give me an example of that. Go ahead.
Just like the names you mentioned, like Breonna Taylor,
right,
George Floyd,
right.
They killed by cops and things like that, and then they get to walk, or they found not guilty in the court of law.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because you want to know why? They are protected. You are not. Oh, you know what? Speaking of Zephaniah 2:1. That's Officer Mungabar's favorite precept.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think sometimes I hear him sing it in his sleep. You know what I mean? So Zephaniah 2:1. You know what I mean? Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. You know what I mean? Like, we are people that are not desired. And because we are not desired, of course, our oppressor or possessors, which is still a great word, they are going to hold themselves not guilty. They shoot and kill you, and then they say, I didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I mean? There's people right now, like, it's this one devil at my job. The brother who, when I first got out the job, he was training me. This brother was telling me how, this one cat, this one devil at the job, he was kind of worked up on how everyone was so mad and upset at Kyle Rittenhouse.
Right.
And you know, and the brother explained to me like, you know, that devil's racist. You know what I mean? He don't say it, but the way that I mean, not necessarily his actions, but the things that he say, as far as you know, controversial situations and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And he was just saying like, you know, he was on the side of the devil, but not on the side of people that got killed. Of course, it was all devils that got shot at, right?
Right. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was all devils that got shot at, right? But the thing is too, no, well, damn, was it? Was some black people involved? I mean, it was a protest.
Yeah, but he ended up shooting all white people though.
Yeah.
He wanted to shoot some black people.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Because I mean, in that area, there was, you know, a mixture of, you know, black and whites.
Right.
But at the same time, though, he was on the side of Kyle Rittenhouse instead of, you know, of course. I mean, you know, it's wrong to kill anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Although we say that, you know, our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, you know what I mean? We want justice for what happens to our people.
Right.
But even as Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, we ain't gonna go out there and kill our oppressor.
Right.
Because that's not the fight that the Lord called us to, you know, to do.
Right.
All we gotta do is serve Him, and when we serve Him, the Lord is going to do His part.
Right.
Well, go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah, just like this is as an example of, you know, what will happen if we actually separate with that whole thing with Kyle Rittenhouse.
Right.
Now he wanted to kill somebody black.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying, or Hispanic, whatever, but he couldn't find nobody. So now him being an upper crust devil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's an upper crust.
Right, he upper crust devil. That name Rittenhouse, you know what I'm saying? It
has a lot of power to
it. That's a prestigious name, like a Vanderbilt or something like
that.
Yeah,
or like a Rothschild.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right, you know. But that Rittenhouse is a high up esteemed name, so who do they look at as the niggas when it ain't no niggas? They look at the lower class whites.
Yes.
So we separate, then the upper crust devils will be killing the lower crust devils. And vice versa.
Yeah.
That's how things will go.
It's like, you mind getting that real quick? Yeah. So and that's very much a good point. And the point is to let you know that we are not desired in this place. And our oppressor, you know, possesses. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no sweat. Come. So like it, pass class over to the other one.
Clap it up, sir. Come on, please. So, Wadi, for holding that down for me.
Come.
What you was going into just then?
Just going over how pretty much just I'll see. So like my bad. So I was saying a lot. No, but I pretty much was talking about just how as far as the IHUK, we have the solutions to what's going on in the world today, and pretty much just speaking about how you know, like how, you know, once you come into the school, you figure out how to defeat everything that's going on in the world, and that, you know, pretty much our oppressor is getting away with everything, and because they are who they are, they in power, they in rulership, and we are at the bottom. And if we were, you know, serving the Most High, all the things that's happening on earth right now would not be happening.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, and I pulled Zechariah 11:5.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay. No, that's absolutely right, because there's definitely a ton of things going on in earth. But before I say, hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah to the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbat to the sisters. You know what I mean? Like the brother was saying, like he's bringing out, is absolutely, man, so much stuff going on. I'm talking about mass shootings everywhere. You know, it's it's just, it's blowing your mind, the level of hatred that's in the air. Like, you know, man against women, nation against nation. You know, like everything that the scriptures talk about, plagues. You know, now what they got out now, the monkeypox.
Yeah, monkeypox.
Mostly you homosexuals. Yeah. Boy, the Lord just love giving y'all everything, every new disease, you get it first. Every new disease, you get it first. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Yeah, the homosexuals, they get it. You know what I'm saying? And then it trickles down to the rest of you, because the rest of you sinners is no better than them. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's saying, like the scriptures say, there's no sin worse than the other. Don't take the Lord for granted because if you didn't get punished yet because the punishment wasn't expedient, don't take the Lord's mercy for granted. Don't take his kindness for weakness. Is what I like to say, because we have a terrible habit of that in life. When people like to take kindness for weakness so much, it's a terrible thing. And I don't take it personal because, I like to consider myself to be a kind person. Sometimes I've heard too kind in times, but it's the same thing that happens with the Most High because he don't put you to death right away for being a homosexual, for stealing and poisoning the community and killing, you think you're getting away with things, what I'm saying? People, so you think you tend to, you've been celebrating, what they say, man, I've been celebrating Christmas my whole life. Like, well, now you know better. Now we shine the light, because what's that scripture about the have mercy on the babies and the fools? I think it is like the people, like it's better that you don't know than to know and still do it. Grab that scripture real quick, because there's people, actually tend to not think that means something. Like that saying that we got in the, I don't know if it's in the white community, but I know it's in ours, when we say, if you knew better, you'll do better. That's just our community, right? Like, I don't know if there's nobody else, but now we got that saying. But that saying is scripture. You know what I'm saying? And we finna get that right now. If you knew better, you would do better. Or if you knew better, you absolutely should do better. Because if not, you're setting yourself up for a real rough time. And that's what's going on, man. And so there's a lot of stuff going on, with the terrible mass shootings. And it's been so many, I don't even think y'all hearing about them on the news. I just been randomly just seeing stuff like high school graduations, so it's been so many, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, some of them it seems like a lot of the oppressor, you know what I'm saying? The oppressor just is angry and shooting up. And I wanted to show this clip, but I couldn't get it on the internet. It was this show, this homosexual sister, called Sam J. She did a show called Crackers Are Coming. On her new show, she had a show on HBO, Max, right? And I don't know if we can, I wanted to show this clip from there, man, but I was looking for it on the internet, but they ain't got it. I guess maybe because it's on HBO, it's not on there. I was like, I should have hit you and see if you could you probably could have figured out how to get it. But I wanted to show this clip when she was talking to this therapist. And talking to that, the therapist, and it was a trauma therapist who deals with a lot of women who are in abusive relationships, right? And she was talking to this renowned therapist, and using the metaphor of an abusive relationship to compare that as a metaphor for the relationship that blacks and whites have in America. Okay, and she was asking her questions like, should we leave? What would you tell? First she had kind of baited her into it, like, would you say that the relationship between the blacks and the black people and white people in America is an abusive, toxic relationship? Would you say, the white people are the abusers in the relationship and the black people are the abused in the relationship between blacks and whites in America? And she was like, yes, absolutely, And then she went on to say, what therapy advice would you give your patient if you was dealing with a patient who had a husband or a partner who was beating them, and then, and they were a kind of a sociopath, like they beat them, they didn't see no fault, no remorse, no empathy, what would you tell, I think, that word they love to do, that narcissist behavior, to when the abuser feel like they beating you for your own good, and you are the reason you're making me beat you, different words they say like that, like it's your fault I'm beating you, And for any of you brothers, you sickos out there that's beating women, or you sick women as well that like to beat and put your hands on men, you have a problem. Okay, you don't get to beat people. I don't care what words. Everybody gets to defend themselves. Okay, nobody ever say somebody's trying to hurt you. By all means, defend yourself, because the right hit at the wrong time could kill you with your fist. Okay. Boxers and professional fighters have to register their hands as lethal weapons when they're trained how to punch somebody and knock them out. The next step after knockout is death, not waking up. Okay? And so you have to understand that. So men and women alike, a woman can hit you wrong, hit you with something wrong, and you can be put to death by somebody striking you the wrong way. Okay? So it's very serious. This is not about not defending yourself. But this is about not assaulting people and beating people, regardless of what the situation is. And a lot with couples, and the reason this is coming up now because I know the whole world has been glued to this Johnny Depp and what was her name? Amber Heard situation with Johnny Depp, getting beat, especially because I guess he just won the case today. He won the case and got awarded like $15 million. She got like $2 million. So I guess he gets a couple million.
So he got awarded.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he won the case. Yeah.
Black, it wouldn't have.
Give him a look. Give him a hand. This is absolutely one body because we know that's exactly where that was going. You know what I mean? He won that because he is, Edward Scissorhands. He's Jack Sparrow. You know what I'm saying? Pirates of the Caribbean. He's a white man. They run the earth. This is their earth. The earth was given to them, thus says the Lord, to the hands of the wicked. So, of course, he has nothing to fear in the courtroom. They're not going to let some woman, they will let a black man be president before they let a white woman. And they hate niggas. You know what I'm saying? Before they let a white woman be president, they will let a black man get it. A so-called black man, of course. A so-called black man, Barack Obama is African, just sidebar. But anyway, but yeah, so he won. Like you said, it was just shocking. But the white man has nothing to fear in his kingdom. They're not finna, this is for the whole world, they're not finna, and they gave her a little bit. He was wrong a little bit. So you get 2 million, he gets 15. Well, after all the taxes and fees and the rules of this and that, I think he's gonna wind up walking away with 8 million instead of the whole 15, and she walks away with 2. So, because I guess they were both a little wrong in the situation, but she was wronger. She was completely wrong. He had a little fault. And that's just how it goes, period. It's it's always some fault to go around in every bad situation. Somebody any situation, both sides could have done something better. Both sides could have handled it a little better and did things. So it's always I think Captain Bashaki made a good point. Said when you take off your shoes and your feet stink, it's not the left one that's staying by itself. You know what I'm saying? Usually when you think about both of them staying, I thought that was a great analogy. It's always going to be, something on both sides. So yeah, man. So yeah, that happened. So we definitely want to, touch that because everybody in the world, was watching that. You know what I'm saying? And they watch it just like what you said. Everybody can relate to it in so many points with broken relationships and people hurting one another and abusive relationships. It's so universal. Every household, then dealt with abuse. You know what I'm saying? In the household, it's happened. You know what I'm saying? Men from both sides. Men, they just don't cut out. Like you said, black man ain't even finna go to court. You know what I'm saying? And because you just innately believe I'm gonna lose this. There's no way. Because you're not Jack Sparrow, you're not Edward Scissorhands, you're not beloved. Johnny Depp is beloved. I think white man want to be him, white woman want to have sex with him, black women even want to have sex with him. I heard he was the white man that even black women want. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those types, but just beloved. And he, was you're not getting that same love and affection that he got. We ain't getting it. We going down no matter what is being said about us. We are guilty until proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what's going on, man. So we can get some some scriptures about that. But it's just you had something you wanted to say earlier. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, also too, as far as like you was mentioning all the other shoots going on, a sister in Kansas City, her name is Leona Hall. She was a pregnant sister. She had got shot 5 times by police.
A sister in where?
In Kansas City.
Got shot 5 times by police?
Yeah, and she was pregnant.
See, and that's why I wanted to get that clip. That was perfect. You don't see that clip I'm talking about? The Crackers Are Coming? Okay. It's called The Crackers Are Coming. You know what I'm saying? And she went, I got a little sidetrack on that. She went into the woods to talk to like some of these white men, what they call them, the left wing, the liberal,
I think they right wing.
Right wing, that's what it's called. Yeah, the right wing. She went to talk to them who say that they not all the way racist, but they don't really mess with niggas like that, but they don't go as far as over there. They just kind of what you call them, I forget what is it, the right? She called them whites in the woods. You know, it was funny, man. I really wanted to get that clip, but she was asking them, like, look, you know, they like, you know, when she was asking, like, so tell me, what's the problem? Like, what, you know, what is going on? Why are they on what they own? Why, you know, they own this with us? You know, what is the real problem in this abusive relationship? You know, that's because she's trying to use that analogy of an abusive relationship that we have with the oppressor. And she's asking them, and first they try to shun it off like, you know, well, we don't know, we're not them, we can't really tell you, you know, because we don't rock with them. They trying to disassociate themselves with them. But she, you know, she broke them. You know, she like, well, I'm not a gangbanger or a drug dealer. But if you ask me why is black people, you know, in the hood selling drugs and gangbanging, I can give you some insight. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm closer to that struggle. I understand what's going on. I know those things because, you know, they let me in. I dealt with it. These are your people. They love you. So you know, even if you don't agree with what they do, you know why they doing it. And so they, you know, she kind of was breaking them down like the logic was they are not intelligent anyway. Right. But and it was breaking them down. And the dude was just like, you know, man, it's not even nothing really deep. It's, you know, they're scared of being replaced. You know, and that they know the scripture. Like I said, when they come, they know the end of their world is the beginning of ours. You know what I'm saying? That's thus says the Lord. Right. Did you have that scripture I asked you to grab earlier?
Yeah, as far as it's better as you can know.
Yeah, let's grab that before I go into this. I want that one too. Romans, I believe it's 9:13, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and grab that real fast.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it.
Right. It's better that you have not known the path of righteousness. Be ignorant to it, to not know the truth. It's better that you have never known and be ignorant out there, you know what I'm saying, you know, selling dope, thinking you're doing the best that you can, not knowing, you know, who you are, where you come from, who your people are. It's better that you have done that than to what?
To turn from the holy commandment delivered unto you.
Right.
So like unto them.
Right. And to turn from the truth. Like to know better and don't do better. That's, like we said, that's our sin. To know better but don't do better. It's better that you have not known than to know better and don't do better. To know righteousness and choose to ignore it.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
Come. Verse 22. But it is happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her dwelling in the mire. So like,
and look at that metaphor. A dog returning to his own vomit. Right. How many times have we, you know, you had animals or even babies, real babies do it. They throw up and go into it and try to, you know, the dog is just a disgusting thing to do, to go back to something that you got up out of you. You know, you got that, you cleanse yourself, you got that stuff up out of your spirit, out of your body. You know, it's a good metaphor too, because how many times your stomach been hurt real bad and then you throw up, you get out and you feel better, you know? And that's the same thing with your spirit. You know, you get all those things, you cleanse yourself for the world is what we call it. And then you go back to it, like a dog going back to his vomit. Perfect metaphor for that, because that's how disgusting that you should, you know. Like you didn't been out there in the street already, you know, so you know what the brothers, it's like, you know, you didn't got burnt, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters that burnt you, you know, 1,000 times, and, you know, slept with all your homies, then robbed you, set you up to be robbed. Like, you know what's out there in them streets. They don't love nobody. Them streets don't love nobody, man. And you're going to turn back and go back to that. Right. It's absolutely disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't even got to change. It's like a dog returning to his own vomit. You know what I'm saying? To lick up, throwing it up, and then go lick it. It's just a disgusting thought, you know, just even think about it. And but that's how you should look at yourself when you leave the truth and go back and do to the world or do worldly things. It should make you feel as disgusted as eating your own vomit. Right. You know what I mean?
I got another quick if you don't mind.
Yeah,
to that scripture.
Finish that one though.
Let's see. Actually, that was finished.
Okay, then
verse 21 and verse 22.
All right, finish. Say that last part again.
Yeah, All right. Peter chapter 2, verse 22. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wailing in the myrrh. So, wallowing in the myrrh.
Right. The soul that will go ahead.
I think that's Meyer right there.
Meyer, is it Meyer?
Yeah, it's the.
Oh,
like
Myrrh is with a T.
Yeah, Myrrh. Yeah.
Myrrh. Okay.
Grab that definition just so they can grab that real
Meyer,
quick.
right?
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
To wallow in it, you know, to wallow in it like that in that throat, not just to go back to it, but to wallow in it. It's terrible, man. Get that definition. Let me see. Boom, boom. You got it already?
Let me see how's it spelled.
Mire.
Okay.
And then the best dictionary will be Webster's dictionary. It's more accurate.
Okay.
Everything else is kind of overall.
But anyway, but that's what it's like, man. So people who think, you know, it's you just because you don't know, you don't know no better. It's better that you do, or you think, you can just go back to being who you were. It's better that you never knew this truth than to think just because you're doing something and you're getting away with it, that it's gonna be looked over when it's really not. That's the unfortunate thing. I think it's called just because judgment is an expedient. Right. How the scriptures go. Right. People would like to take it for granted and take grace for granted. Right. And you shouldn't do that, man. Don't take the Lord's kindness for weakness like you do with everything and everybody else in your life. Okay. Go ahead. You got it.
For the right one.
Let's see. Just read all of them you got. Let me just hear some of them.
Okay. Here we go. Definition of mire: a stretch of swampy or boggy ground.
Right. Okay.
And I think that's the best one.
Let me hear some of the other ones. Okay. What's the other one about?
A situation of state of difficulty, distress, or embarrassment, which is hard to extricate oneself.
Right. Yeah. That all fits. That goes perfect with this. To wallow in that. Think about what it's talking about. You want to wallow in what it says, a distressful state. That's what the world, being in the world, not knowing who you are, not knowing your purpose in life, not understanding why you're going through the hell that you're going through, just being angry and mad and don't know why you're so angry and mad, just being frustrated, don't know why you're stressing like you are, don't know why you have to be, why you have to go through the hell you got to go through, why my dad got to be strung out on heroin, why my mom, had to be such abusive person to me, why they gave me up for adoption, or whatever you went through in life, to have to go through that and then not know like the solution or the reason, that can drive you mad.
Right.
And to want to go back to that state, right. And wallow in something like that is like a dog going back to his vomit, or you going back to your own vomit. Right. Same different. That's what it is. Okay. And so, but anyway, like I said, let's get back. Like I said, so it's a lot of hatred going on, between families and friends, and like I said, especially in relationships. Relationships, no matter what the relationship is. Like, I got little kids. I work in the schools a lot with the little ones, and they come. It's so much hell in their family. They just come to school just spewing it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much being put on them. They can't hold it in. They come into school crying, shaking. Such and such just died. My mom and dad fighting. My mom got 3 boys, little kids earlier. My mom just got dumped 3 times. Both of her boyfriends broke up with her. I said, good night. This is the little kid talk like this. I'm telling you about my business. But they just come in and spewing something. Everything, man. They just tell because they are so stressed. You know what I'm saying? Because the parents ain't keeping the kids and letting them be children. Right. You know what I'm saying? They putting all it on them. So, so we had to talk about, because they know about the school shootings. These are kids. So now we gotta in the class, let's talk about it. Y'all, what do you think about it? Why did it happen? How do you feel about it? Just to see where their heads and their mind is at, and to teach them, different ways on how to, channel their anger. You know, because a lot of them were saying the same thing. Oh, he was mad, he was bullied, he was angry, he was hurt, mad, angry, you know. And that's how he channeled his anger. That's how he looked like. That's why he did. Like, what do you do when you get angry and mad and frustrated and feel bullied? Well, how would you handle it? You kind of talk them through it. You know, but these are kind of talks that we have to have with children. That these are also the kind of talks you should have with your children at home, because you know they dealing with these things. And you don't just want to sweep it under the rug because they got thoughts and feelings and confused about some things that needs to be spoke about. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's great. And you just ask them questions. You know, like what would you do? You know, how do you deal with your anger when you're frustrated and mad? How do you take? Because you see what he did. Do you do stuff similar to that? Do you want to hit people or hurt people when you get angry? You know, what do you do? You know, well, I don't do that. You know, and it sparks a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? And do different things like that instead of just, you know, letting them be on their phones all day. You know what I'm saying? They nothing wrong with being on their phone doing constructive things and fun things. That's all fine. But we definitely want to attack to have them think about what they're thinking about. You know what I'm saying? And they do that with people and everybody. Make people think about it, especially with little children, because they're so impressionable. You know what I'm saying? And this world is making such an impression on their life. And if you don't narrate and guide that impression that's upon them, you can lose them to the world. You know what I'm saying? Before you even know it. So just, you know, definitely make sure y'all know out there, you know, paying attention to the kids, talking to them, and helping them with it, because they're getting so much information. You know, they're getting so much information just shot to them, you know, all the time. I mean, make sure y'all share the class just in case y'all haven't already. Slovakia. If y'all could go ahead and do that all the time. There we go. Share it too while I'm saying that. But so yeah, you want to definitely share the class. You never know who needs to get this information. You know who it can be beneficial to. Maybe it's not for you, but maybe it's for somebody else. Maybe you got all the answers in your life, and your life is perfect, and you don't need guidance. But don't be selfish. You know, that's a lot of what's going on in the earth. A lot of people, you know, are being so selfish in this earth right now. They ain't caring about nobody but themselves, and not caring about what they do, you know, to other people who love them and care about them. You know what I'm saying? They're not caring about the things that people have done to them and for them. You know, all they care about is what have you done lately. You know, they're not caring about what, the good times. All you thinking about, you know, not caring about the things you did have or you do have, only caring about the things you don't have or the bad things that you happen to you that you don't like. You know, and that's a very toxic way of looking at the world. I think they call it being pessimistic. Okay, you don't want to be so pessimistic about life and things going on in your life, because, you know, like I said, I like to tell a lot of my kids when they be, you know, talking about each other's shoes and mad and things like that. Like, you were sitting here worried about shoes, and there's somebody out here who don't have feet. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know, stop worrying about the wrong things. You know, and give, you know, love the people that's in your life that loves you and that's been there for you. Don't forget all the great things that people have done for you in your life. You know, in a time of anger and being mad, you know, you forget all the amazing things somebody has done for you. And now that you're mad, they the scum of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's a horrible position to put somebody in. It's like, were we ever really brothers? Were you ever really my brother? You know what I'm saying? Because the first time, you know, you loved me, you know, when I was able to give and give, you know what I'm saying? Until I, you know, had to, you know, I couldn't give no more. Now I'm worthless to you. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And we need brotherhood and sisterhood that, man, needs to be at an all-time high right now, because all we have is each other. You know, they sticking together. You know, that this Johnny Depp thing can show you they sticking together. You see, what's that called? Ukraine and them, they show you that they sticking with their people. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, Ukraine ain't prayed for nobody in Buffalo. They ain't praying for Haiti. They ain't caring. But y'all was up there praying for Ukraine, like, you know, that just that picture. And the Django Unchained, when Samuel L. Jackson was hugging dude, hugging Massa. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You know, And so, brotherhood and sisterhood needs to be at an all-time high right now. And also, just in case for people, just coming in, if you have any questions, please type them in. This ain't the Christian Church. We love questions, comments, concerns, whatever you got. Type them in. We on YouTube, Facebook, all the social medias. Just type your questions in, and we'll get to them today. If not, Lord willing, we'll get to them next week. You know what I'm saying? Or the next class, I should say.
Right.
Okay, we'll definitely get to it. But yeah, man. So we definitely got to do better as a people, because all we have is ourselves. Because nobody else is. We are that nation not desired.
Right.
And like I said in that clip, and I'm so mad because I'm trying to bring it out that I wanted to show that I couldn't get for y'all. You got that scripture that I asked about earlier about
Romans 9:13.
Yeah, because that's what they were talking about. They were talking about. I got you. They were talking about them feeling like they're gonna be replaced. I'm talking about the white people when she was in this clip asking them like, why are we being so abused? Why is our relationship such an abusive relationship with our oppressor? Like, what is the problem? And they were saying that, they scared of being replaced. And he said in the clip, he said, mostly by the white man scared of being replaced, mainly by the black woman. You know what I'm saying? And he brought that out because they know the black men get so oppressed, but the black woman kind of gets a little pass in there sometimes. But that's why you see stuff like the brother just brought out. A pregnant woman just got shot. You seeing black women being more oppressed than usual. Sandra Bland, man, you're seeing that happen more than usual, because that's another part of their fear, that black women starting to take their jobs and their place, and different things like that, especially when you got, Kamala Harris then taking presidencies and different things like that, you know what I'm saying? And I think they got a Supreme Court justice lady, just, it's a lot of this push for black women to be empowered.
Right.
And so they was in there, we was talking about that, some of the stuff that they worried about. They worried about being replaced by us, by the minorities, is what they call it, by the immigrants and things like that. So I just, I thought that would have been a good clip. And also this, when she was talking to the therapist, she asked her like, what would you tell? Since you say that the relationship between blacks and whites in America is an abusive relationship, like any relationship, what about a sociopath, a narcissist that don't have no remorse about the abuse? Right. What would you tell your client in that situation? Right. Would you tell them to separate? You know what I'm saying? And I think she kind of ended, but like she was leaning toward like, yes, because that's what she said about the abusive relationship. You might have to be separated. Right. And she kind of ended it kind of right there and kind of went back to say, this is what she said before. I guess she might have tried to change it after, but they ended the show. But before, when she thought she was talking about just relationships, she said, yeah, I would tell them to separate. Then when she made the metaphor when it was concerning blacks and white relationship in America with the same thing, she would hesitate to say they need to separate. You know what I mean? When that's what the UPK talks about, separation all the time. Right. Commander General Yahala, give him a hand, Baba Kishar. He's been talking about us separating from these people. Getting our spirit away from them, doing our own thing. Dating our own people. So our resources can be amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? Pushing that narrative, like I like what what's his name, Dr. Umar was that they coming at him because he was saying that LeBron James should have never let his son take a white woman to prom. Right. That's something we've been screaming in the UPK for years, but since he's in the unconscious community and they listen to him a lot. He's an intelligent brother, especially the work he does in the schools. Right. You know what I'm saying? He does some great work with that. And so they was ridiculing him for that. That's what scripture said. You got a man in this amount of power and authority, which LeBron does a great job. And so you should make a statement. Like, what that's just like the statement made, this big rift with him taking a white woman to prom, just think what that would have done for little black girls. You know what I'm saying? If he would have took one of him, to show them that they deserve and they are worthy of that position as well, to be with a man of stature like that and things like that. But so it goes both ways. But that's what we've been teaching in this truth forever, that separation is necessary. Right. To get out of this abusive relationship that we have, with being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Being raped, robbed, pillaged, steal for everything that we have. If it ain't physical rape, it's spiritual rape,
Right.
mentally raped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, of our culture, identity, everything. Okay. And so so that's what's going on, man. And we're gonna get into some of these scriptures like we do to talk about, you know, some of those things, and also you know, the importance of choosing the right person to spend your life with, you know, because of, like I said, that's what's going on in the earth, you know, with this, because everybody's looking at their relationships and comparing it to Johnny Depp's, and, you know, seeing what's going on. And also, when you look at that, it's very important because of what we're going through. Like I said, all we got is each other.
Right.
No, nobody cares about us and our plight. But read that scripture you hold. You got to drink some water. Anything at all. Water. Yeah, you could. I could.
You ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved,
right,
but Esau have I hated.
You said what? Read that again. Did you have something?
Jacob, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. And so that oppressor in the woods would have a point. You know what I'm saying? Read that. We keep going. That's fine.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid.
No, I'm talking about, is that the one? No, I was looking for the one. Salaki. Esau is the end of the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 6:9. Okay, that's what I need. Second Ezra 6:9. Grab that one. That's what I want. That was the two, but you know that's not for that point that the made. The what? That's not the point that the oppressor made. I'm talking about, you know, they saying that they are afraid of being replaced.
Right.
They're afraid of losing their position in society, losing their government, you know, and that's what they said is the reason that they do the things that they're doing to us, because they're so afraid. Okay. You know, we gotta watch that. You gotta go ahead. You got it.
Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is the beginning. Read that one more time.
For Esau is the end of the world.
For Esau is the end of the world. Esau is the biblical name for the oppressor, for the so-called white man. And the scriptures tell them, you know, that what they're feeling in their spirit, that they're going to be replaced, and why they hate us so much is scriptural.
Right.
They know. It says Esau. Read that again.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world. Okay? And keep going.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
And Jacob is the beginning that follows. Jacob is the biblical name for Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and natives.
Right.
When their world is the end, and our world is the beginning of the fall. So they know for their world has to end for ours to come to pass, and that's what we pushing.
Right.
We're doing everything we can. That's why we're getting off of drugs. That's why we, you know, not celebrating these holidays no more. That's why we not, you know, selling drugs in our community, killing and robbing and stealing each other. You know what I'm saying? Telling people, you know, let's, you know, buy, you know, let's get our business. Let's shop black. Let's deal with black. Let's do everything. When I say blacks, I mean black, Hispanic, and Native. Let's deal with our own people. Let's build our nation. That's why we put our lives on the line, you know what I'm saying, on them streets, you know, for our people, because our kingdom is the world to come, man.
Right.
And it has to be the end of theirs. That thus says the Lord. And they feeling it. You know what I'm saying? They feeling it, and they know that's what has to happen. Their world has to be done, because look at their world.
Right.
You know, look what they do in power. The world is in mourning. People are in this kingdom. You know, people are mourning. They, you know, everybody else is in poverty. You know, hating one another, disease running rapid. You know, homosexuality everywhere. They, you know, people are confused. Transgenders and the LGBT barbecue community is going ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it's going crazy out here, man.
Right.
And this is all under their rulership, under their kingdom, under their empire. Go ahead.
If I may, you know, as y'all know, it's June 1st, which is the first day of the LGBT month or whatever.
Right.
And just understand that monkeypox is going to be running rapid, you know, this whole
Right.
month, and much more. You know what I mean? So, good night.
Right. Right.
If I was you, I would stay away from the homosexuals, all right?
Right.
The sodomites. Save
Right.
yourself.
All right. You definitely don't get monkeypox. Yep. You want to go? You want to go? Where you going? In Minnesota, they got the gay 90s. You want to go hang out in the gay 90s with all your gay friends and have fun? You're gonna get monkeypox in that gay 90s.
Right.
Yeah. You probably got it now. If you was in there. You want to be all at the gay 90s? Yeah, you get monkeypox. You didn't call monkeypox for a cheap drink. That's what you did.
Right.
All right. So that's that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we'll see. But let's get some of these scriptures real fast because and also another good point to make, because you know they just celebrated Memorial Day. Memorial Day.
Right.
You know, Memorial. I said, they just celebrated that where they, you know, they worshiping they people or recognizing and praising their people for dying for their country. You know what I'm saying? That's an honorable thing. Absolutely honorable. You know what I'm saying? To die, to put your life on the line for something you believe in. You know, and that's the UPK stance on Memorial Day. You know, we don't celebrate it because we don't celebrate the people dying to continue to keep our people in slavery.
Right.
You know, they went and died for their nation to keep their nation in power, to keep ours oppressed.
Right.
You know, but you fake Israelites and you, especially you fake conscious people who be looking down on the other nations. You know what I'm saying? Looking down on other black people for you know, fighting for this country and going to die for something they believe in. When you know, y'all don't die for nothing. You know, y'all don't stand for anything. You ain't putting your life on the line for your nation.
Right.
So you ain't no better than them. Okay.
Right.
That's why we put our life on the line, so we can one day celebrate Memorial Day for our nation. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. But until then, you know, we ain't celebrating that garbage because it celebrates the continued oppression of our people.
That's right.
All right. And, so just know that you don't have the right to look down on them for or nobody else who died for something when you don't die for anything, when you don't put your life on the line for nothing that you believe in. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So if I may just say one more thing too, like that's no different than Veterans Day, and the 4th of July that's coming up next month.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's still the same thing. That's why we don't celebrate it.
Right. Because we was oppressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We still oppressed. So let's grab some of these scriptures, man, because just concerning relationships and you know, the fact that, you know, everybody is looking at this Johnny Depp situation, you know, and just watching in awe and just can't believe that the white man won this case. Like, you know, and it's just because we don't win anything. As black men, I'm saying, like, you know, you'd be hard pressed. Only way that happens is the only way I've ever seen that happen is in the ISUPK.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Where brothers is going to court winning custody of their kids. You know what I'm saying? You brothers in the world, I feel bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord ain't with y'all in them courtrooms, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only way I've ever seen a black man going there winning, you know, them cases, man, is in the truth.
Right.
You know, so I advise y'all to start doing and get the Lord on your side, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, so you can, you know, dodge, you know, the press's attack dog, which is some of these sisters in the world. You know what I'm saying, that y'all dealing with, or whatever woman you deal with. Ain't necessarily got to be sisters. You need them white women that y'all love to deal with as well. They got y'all jammed up in the courtrooms too.
Right.
Go ahead.
So if I may just real quick, also too, I mean, as far as history for the UPK, we actually won a Supreme Court case. Y'all remember hearing about that? Yeah, kind of, you know what I mean? I've never heard of black people winning that.
Right.
Winning what?
A Supreme Court case.
The Supreme Court?
Yeah, in the past. I heard about those stories as well.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the biggest.
You be hard pressed.
Yeah.
You be hard pressed to find one, man, to find somebody who actually winning in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, go ahead and Boom, boom, boom. Okay, got that. So let's grab a couple of these scriptures, man. Let's grab Proverbs. Let's grab Proverbs real quick. 5 and 6. I like that one. And then we can stay in Proverbs and drop down 7. Go over to 7 and 24. So we can start right there because we really gotta start working on these relationships. You know what I'm saying? Working on our families, our relationships, and the people you pick to call a friend. Okay? Because that's who you should, before you get with a woman, it should be your sister first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? She should be of the nation of Israel. And that being your sister should be a person, this Facebook friend request thing has made people water down that term friend. You should not be calling everybody a friend. That's a term of endearment of somebody who who you trust with, your children or in your home. You know what I'm saying? Not just somebody you happen to know because you go to work every day. Or if you don't go to this job, you're gonna be put out on the street. You know, you're gonna go hungry. So now you call this person a friend because you are forced to see them every day. So that's an associate. You know what I'm saying? That's just somebody you know from work, and that's just that. There's somebody on Facebook who likes some of your pictures. You out in the streets with going meeting them, all in the club acting like y'all cool and friends. Now they getting their head beat in because they are a horrible person, and you getting jumped with them because you want to go out to kick it with this person.
Right.
No, they are not friends. Okay. Friends are people who you can call in the middle of the night when you need something, and they come and they be there for you. Friends are people who don't kick you when you down. Friends are people that want the best for you. They got your best interest at heart.
Right.
Okay. They want to see you. See, they're not envious or jealous when you get something to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? They want to see you happy. You know what I'm saying? And people got to really pay attention to that. That it's a lot of envious people who just with you. When you when they feel like you need them. They feel like you ain't better than them, so they can be with you. They can be cool with you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both poor. You know what I'm saying? We both poor, so you ain't better than me. I ain't got no reason to be jealous of you. Or then or you get up on your feet, they still envious of you, but they can't show it because now they need you. So it got to be at them times when y'all both in a situation where we both are good. We both cool. And in that situation, man, I want to make you even cool. I want to make your life even better. And that's what shows. Like now we both is on this thing. Now we both got this thing. Now you hate me for that. You know what I'm saying? You hate me because we both on. You know what I'm saying? Now because you ain't better than me because you think because you think you need me because I got the money. Or now you don't got the money and I do. I need you. It's like we both poor. Who cares? We both we wallow. We both busted it together. We both up. You know what I'm saying? You can really kind of see a little bit more in people, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of see that people just with you because they really just care for you. You know what I'm saying? They want you. They just want to be in your life because they love your presence. They love your company. And so this, like I said, this Facebook thing has really thrown off this word friendship. I think that's where one of the reasons it got thrown off because these friend requests and these likes. Got people thinking, yeah, we friends on, why are you in the club with somebody you friends with on Facebook? You know what I'm saying? Like you getting this thing confused. Like you got tons of friends. Now you think all these people your friends. No, your friend circle should be real small.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have tons of friends because it's hard to find that many, genuine people in the earth. Right. I said, so, but anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But let's get into these scriptures. And that's the kind of thing you got to think about when you're dealing with bringing people into your life. Right. So let's let the scripture speak on these, how to look at people, look at things, look at relationships that you build. Okay, because it's very important. It can be life or death. You know what I'm saying? You going out to the club with somebody and they got enemies in the streets, you can get put to death just from hanging with somebody that you shouldn't be hanging with. Right. Okay, so let's get it. Go ahead. Who got 5 and 6? Let's grab that one first.
I got 5 and 6.
Let's get it.
Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable,
Uh-huh.
that thou cannot know them.
Right. Read that again.
Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable,
Right.
that thou cannot know them.
Keep going.
Verse 7.
Hold on. So before we go in there, people, when they say think before you, think before you act, think before you move. Ponder the ways, like I said, the ways you move in life,
Right.
the decisions you're making in life. You making decisions that can ruin your life. You know what I'm saying? And you dealing with a person that don't make good decisions.
Right.
And so that's what you got to look at. You know what I'm saying? Look at the decisions that people make in their own lives and think like, if this is the kind of decisions they make for their lives, what are they going to do to me? You know what I'm saying? What are they going to do in my life?
Right.
Like how is this person going to affect my life? Are they going to affect me in a positive way or a negative way? This person ain't even in the truth.
Right.
They don't have no more. That's why we say if you ain't in the truth, you don't have no morals or value. What do you stand on?
Right.
What won't you do? We got a clear line. Like, man, I don't even want to I ain't gonna sleep with a brother's woman, let alone look at her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna look at a brother, let alone sleep with her. Like I ain't gonna be no child molester or no thief and steal from my brothers and sisters. Or you gotta have a person in your life that has morals and values. That part, what did it say? Read that part again. That does what?
Lest thou ponder the path of life.
Like she don't care about what she's doing in her life.
Right.
Go ahead.
Wait, so what scripture are you on?
Well, Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Her ways are movable, that thou cannot know them.
Uh-huh. Her ways are movable. That's another for the street scriptures. Like she's just moving wherever. She's easily moved off her square. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People say stay on your square. That means she's easily moved off your square.
Right.
You ain't standing strong on your foundation. She's easily moved. And that's the same thing for brothers and sisters. Don't get somebody that's easily moved off their square. Okay? That they ain't willing to, like I said, ain't willing to die for something.
Right. Right.
And this ain't got to be it's physically dying for something as well, but it's like spiritually. Are they willing to kill those things that, in their spirit they want to do? Spiritually, man, I want to get money. I want to sell dope. But I'm gonna let that part of me die. You know what I'm saying? For the betterment of my nation.
Right. Right.
I'm not gonna allow my life gotta depend on somebody else's death.
Right. Right.
That's what you're doing when you're selling drugs.
Right. Right.
You poisoning somebody every day. They gotta die slowly every day for you to get richer and live more every day.
Right.
You like a goddamn vampire.
Right.
Draining the life out of the community.
Right.
Okay? Grab you think we can be done without I only wanted 6, unless you think it's appropriate to get 7. 6 is all I wanted on that one. But
yeah.
Yeah, let's grab the one you got to go to 7.
Verse 7, right?
No, Proverbs 7 and 24. No, matter of fact, it's second Proverbs. So it's Proverbs. I said second Proverbs. The second one I wrote down, I put the numbers in. The second one is Proverbs and 7. Proverbs 7 and 24.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because this kind of goes with with that one as well. But because that person is off their square easily. They easily sway this way or that way. No morals and values. Okay.
I got it right.
Yeah, let's get it.
Come. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth.
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to fix this. Bear with me 1 second. I just had a slight issue with real sweat. Here, boom. Let me fix that. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, read that one more time, please. That's Let me see. Let me make sure I got that. Boom. Like I said, make sure you pay your tithes, share the class. Share the class. Like I said, you never know who need to get this work, man. You know. All right, go ahead, read that.
Done. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 24. Hearken unto me now.
Right.
Therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth.
Right. Listen to what the Lord is saying right here. Hearken unto me. Listen and attend to him. That means to do.
Right.
To attend to pay attention.
Right.
Pay attention and attend. Do the things that I say. Take, you know what I'm saying? Do these things. Listen and do. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 25. Let not thine heart decline to her ways.
Right. Let not your heart decline to them ways of that person that's easily swayed. Don't be emotional.
Right.
Okay. Don't be emotional and let yourself start, being a disgusting person. You want to let yourself be lustful, and this man, now he wants you to have threesomes, or he wants you to sell some drugs or smoke some weed. You know what I'm saying? Or this sister wants you to do some coke with her. You know what I'm saying? Because you so vagina lustful. And she telling you, like, this is how she get out. You want that vagina, she telling you she wants you to do some coke with her. Right. And that's one of your demons anyway. You know what I'm saying? So now you ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Right. I done talked to so many crackheads in the day, and they told me like one of their first time doing the crack was with some woman that they like. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sometimes, or doing coke or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Good. They get a whole lot of older men with that too.
Yeah.
You starting to see men become crackheads at 60.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But their whole life not being a drug addict at all, but become a crackhead at 60.
Right. And that can happen. So these scriptures are just about, like I said, watching out for them evil sisters. You know what I'm saying? And then you can flip this, like I said, you use that same knowledge, you know what I'm saying, when it comes with picking a mate right. as well. Because you can be the next Johnny Depp, right. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Having some women doodling on you in your bed or whatever. There was some nasty stuff coming out in that case. But the press is disgusting. So like, keep going on that.
Go not astray in her paths.
Don't go astray, because she just said she's going anyway.
Right.
She ain't concerned with life or death. You know what I'm saying? She's in the street of, a dance, knowing that, this can entice some pedophile. You know how many pedophiles in there? Right. Somebody might want to follow you home and rape you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This brother ain't concerned with his life. He's selling dope. He's going to end up in the penitentiary, or somebody's going to rob him and murder him and kill him.
Right.
He don't care, they don't got no care about the path of their life. So why would you want to entangle yourself in that person in that path? This right. person ain't in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Right. This person is a sinner. Like let's make wiser decisions. Keep going.
Come. Verse 26. For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
You see what I'm saying? You think it's sweet. You think you think you are what they call the Captain Saberho.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You think you a superhero ready to save the hoe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or you the super virtuous woman ready to save the crackhead or the drug dealer or the Christian or whatever, you're gonna right. save them. You're gonna make them come into the truth because you got super vagina. You know what I'm saying? You finna be broke, busted, and disgusted with monkeypox vagina next.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's a closet homosexual probably.
Right.
He's gonna give you monkeypox vagina. You know what I'm saying?
Monkeypox box.
Right. Monkeypox. Right. You know what I'm saying? That was a good monkeypox box, man. It's gonna be ugly. Because you so lustful. You so damn lustful, man. You just in wanting, you so lustful that you cannot even like General was saying, like you don't even got the decency or the patience to take a nigga to the clinic first.
Right.
Or take a sister to the clinic.
Right.
Some of them is like rapid clinics. You can take somebody to, I think they got rapid AIDS tests in some of these places.
Yeah,
They got like rapid tests that you can take to see if they got AIDS. Like, let's go prick our finger real quick before I risk my life, you know. You know, maybe I should check his background record before I bring him around my kid. Make sure he's not on the pedophile list. Like, you know, something. Do, but you don't care about your life. So how can somebody expect you to care about your children's life? You know what I'm saying? I seen this comedian the other day. He gonna say, "You brothers don't want to take these women to the clinic to get them checked out first. Either at least do the finger test. He's about see if she'll let you stick your finger in her vagina with dirty fingernails. So if she'll let you put your finger in her vagina with dirty fingernails, she'll definitely let a dirty Dick Rodney go up in there. Well, you know what I'm saying? She don't care what goes in that vagina, obviously. You know, but like that was a joke, but it made sense though. You know, it's like you might as well. You know, like are you taking a nigga to the clinic? Are you taking somebody to do a rapid test?
Right.
You know, don't fall in that path. She had brought many. Read that scripture again. No, you got it over there, right? No, you got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 26. For she hath cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
Many strong men have been slain by her. But you think you super rod. You know, dun with your captain jacket on. All right. Many strong men have been slain by her. Okay? You gonna go on down there. You look a fool. Okay? The best definition of stupid. Okay? Let's grab boom boom. Let's go to Proverbs. We can stick in Proverbs for a minute. Because a lot, you know, Proverbs is always good, man. So many great scriptures. We can just like stay here. Matter of fact, you know. Hold on. Let me go get that one off. Go grab Proverbs 21 and 19. Yeah, you got that one. Then you can grab. Yeah, we can do that, man. All these are so good. You know what I'm saying?
Something else.
No, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead and read that one.
Come. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman.
That's what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many people was watching that case with Johnny Depp, because, you know, how many people would have got a contentious? What is that? And that what it said? It is better to dwell in the wilderness. That means like in the woods, out there in nature, just with nothing, in a tent. You know what I'm saying? Fishing for food and hunting. Then in where? Got a definition, contentious real quick.
It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman.
Right. It's like, you know, it's better, you know, in the wilderness trying to, you know, what you got to deal with in the wilderness with a tent. What about a storm hitting you in a tent? It's better, you know, they said it's better to deal with that storm, a rainstorm in a tent. You know what I'm saying? It's better to deal with a rainstorm in a tent, man. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, like anything, like what do you got to do?
Right.
Like, you know, it's better to deal with anything besides, you know, dealing with a woman, a contentious woman. Let's see what kind of woman is contentious. What is that definition? Read that real quick.
It is causing or likely to cause an argument. Controversial.
Right. I always want to argue and fight. Contentious, controversial. There's always something. You know what I'm saying? There's always something. You just can't be too happy coming home. Right. It must be something. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's gonna be a problem. You know? That's what else they saying? Boom boom. Grab Proverbs 12 and 4. And then 14 and 1. Yeah, let's think two real fast.
All right. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband.
A virtuous woman is a crown. So you see some of these nice head pieces that brothers be rocking and crown. That's like to show that you are a king. You know, to show your power and authority. Like, you know, that's what a virtuous woman is like. Having a good woman is like that. Like you gotta walk around with a crown on your head.
Right.
Like a king. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you got like the coldest head pieces. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you feel when you got that cold head piece. You trying to brotherhood me out of the other day. You know, you got the cold head pieces. No, but you know, that's having a good a woman. You know what I'm saying? A virtuous woman, a woman with skills and talents and gifts. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a gift and it's talent to be able to be peaceful and not contentious and argumentative and to be a good companion. Right. You know what I'm saying? To be inspiring and encouraging as a woman to a man, like so you gotta really think about those things, because brother, when you out there choosing a woman to be with. Would you read that? Or you had that?
Nah.
Go ahead.
Gone. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband.
A virtuous woman is a crown, man. You shining out here like a king. You got some, she's supposed to be just looking glorious on you. You know what I'm saying? Make you look glorious.
Right.
That's how serious it is to get. And people don't understand what virtue is. Like I said, virtue is what the skills, talents, and gifts that you have. You know what I'm saying? That's it on that, right? Go ahead.
But she that maketh ashamed is a rottenness in his bones.
Good night. You got these women that will shame you. Like I said, this Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow, Will Smith, iRobot. You know what I'm saying? What was he? He was like every superhero. Wasn't he like He
was on 21 Jump Street way back in the day.
Right, 21 Jump Street. He was the man. He been the man. So like I said, Will Smith been the man. But look, when you got a contentious woman, look at you. Right. You looking a fool out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Right. You looking an absolute fool because you letting this woman just rotting in your bones when you got a woman like that.
Right.
What it says is a disgrace. Read that last part again.
Khan. But she that maketh ashamed is a rottenness in his bones.
It's a rottenness in his bones. That's thus says the Lord, man. Like to the bone, like to my core. Like you just said, you are rotten and you are shameful. You want to bring shame to this family, to this house, to like you are. It's like you got rotten in your bones. Like there's no cure for that.
Right.
That's a death sentence.
Right.
Okay. Grab which one you got?
I got Proverbs 14:1.
Yeah, grab that one, and then you grab 11 and 22 real fast. Yeah, let's keep running them through, man. I said Proverbs is a glorious one. Like I said, these can be used in life. Like in both situations, you want to, you don't want to put a man that's going to shame you. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna embarrass you and do things like that. You want to have that same. What they got keep. You want to keep that same energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It gotta go like it's like that. Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Read it again.
Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Right.
Okay? You want to build up your home, build up your house. You know what I'm saying? You want a man, when you pick a man that's going to, build and not tear the house down. He ain't going to go spend all the money on, weed and cigarettes and whores. You know what I'm saying? And spend all your rent money up. You want that same thing. You don't want a woman that's going to take your kids, put you on child support, have, and ruin the household. You know what I'm saying? You don't want things like that. You want somebody that build this up your home.
Right.
Okay. So go ahead. Who got the other one? And then that was it on there. You had that. Which one you had? That was the one you just read that one?
Yeah, I just read that one. Did you want me to go on the next verse?
You can. I was gonna say grab this other one.
Oh, okay.
But,
Grab another.
yeah, Proverbs. You can say probably go to 5 and 3.
Okay.
If I may, so it's like a sister in the chat had a question.
Hold on, let me read these scriptures real quick.
Yeah, after this, if that's all right with you.
Go ahead.
You said 11 and 22, right?
Huh?
Proverbs 11 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, sir?
Yeah, I'm clicking to it now.
I'm still putting it on the screen for the people. So.
All right. I said, you got 11 and 22. Who got 5?
I got that one as well.
You got 11?
Yeah, 11 and 22, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and read that one if you ain't ready yet. And then we'll do 5 and 3.
All right. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
As a jewel of gold in a swine's snot, so is a fair woman which is without So is a fair woman which is without discretion.
Read that again. Hold on 1 second.
As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
Right. So you know how we like some gold in a pig's nose. You know how the pigs be having that gold. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they put the jury. You know what I'm saying? In that thing. You know, and then it's like a beautiful woman who has what?
Gone. So is a fair woman which is without discretion.
So is a fair woman without discretion. You know what I'm saying? Look up discretion. Let's get that. I don't know, people don't understand. Have discretion. What is discretion? It don't matter how beautiful you are if you have no discretion. You can be, it's like, that beauty, it makes you like a pig, with some beautiful gold in his nose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You think you're beautiful, like I said, you can always try to look at it the other way from a man's perspective. Like you got a lot of brothers, who think, they the man because they selling dope in the community. They robbing and stealing and scamming people. Like you a scammer. That's why you taking trips. You taking trips because you didn't scam the whole East Coast. You didn't scam the whole hood. You didn't poison the whole neighborhood. Now you got the nicest car, and now you're man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, read that discretion definition.
Definition of discretion: the quality or behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information.
All right. Come on, man. That's clear as day. You should be ashamed as a man to say, yeah, I got this nice car from selling dope, from scamming and stealing, from pimping, which is, what they call human sex trafficking, what I'm saying, human trafficking. Right. You should be ashamed. You should, have some discretion about that. Like that should be a shameful thing to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have no discretion on what somebody, tells you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it says what? Read that part again.
The quality or behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information.
Right, you want to reveal private, somebody comes to tell you in secret or in confidence. You don't have no discretion.
Right.
You don't care about offending somebody or revealing private information because you have no discretion. You're like a jewel in a pig's nose.
Right.
Your beauty is no better than a damn pig, a hog that eats anything you put in front of it.
Right.
Slop and nastiness. That's why they compare it to a hog, like a beautiful woman that just eats slop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you are being compared to when somebody you have no discretion.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't be trusted, with somebody's private information.
Right.
Like it's terrible. You said you had somebody had a question?
Yeah, come. Give me a second.
Go ahead. But yeah, and then you said, was there any more on that? You can go to 4 if you haven't already.
Ready for me to read
You got 4?
Proverbs 5 and 3? Because we ain't went there yet.
We was still on that one?
Yeah, I was in there.
Oh yeah, grab 5 and 3 real fast.
Yeah, I got it. Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb.
For the lips of, drop it on the lips of a strange woman, yeah. They might be, sweet, like a honeycomb. The lips of a strange woman, they might be saying all the right things.
Right.
But this is probably some devil or some heathen or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or just a woman, or that's a whore. You know what I'm saying? That's a strange woman, something whore. Usually they know how to sweet talk you and say all the right things because that's what they do for a living.
Right.
They sweet talk men in the strip club or at the bar, or, on the strips, on the track, on the you know what I'm saying, on the blade or the track, so wherever they sell a vagina, whatever, in the clubs, that's what they do. They know how to sweet talk men. Go ahead.
And her mouth is smoother than oil.
Right. You know exactly what you sure know what to say.
Right.
You know what to say. Go ahead.
Verse 4. But her end is bitter as wormwood.
Wormwood, that's like poison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her end is bitter like poison. It's like, man, what was I thinking? What was I thinking?
Right.
She sure knew what to say. But this was like poison dealing with this woman.
Right.
Bitter. Like poison, like wormwood. Keep going.
Sharp as a two-edged sword.
Sharp as a two-edged sword. Mm. You know what I'm saying? It's bad about either way you try to hold it. It's a terrible situation when you got to deal with a person that's like that. That just talk a good game. So a lot of sisters they like what a nigga got to say to them. You know, the nigga can talk them right out their panties. You know what I'm saying? Especially when all the niggas that be in jail, that jail talk, whatever, it really gets them. You know what I'm saying? Talk you up out of anything. Okay? But it's like a two-edged sword there. It's gonna hurt them and you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the terrible part about it. Like they so venomous and poisonous, it's gonna hurt them and they don't give a damn about that. That's how much of a sociopath they are. Somebody who's willing to hurt themselves to hurt you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that it on that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you got it.
And that was well put though. What you just said. That they ready to hurt themselves if it can hurt you.
Right, yeah. Most of hey, bro, I can thank you I was shot, man. Yeah. Like I said, it's a two-edged sword here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. That's it. Man, that's it. But that's the Lord, man. This is the art of war. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to learn how to, be battle tested and know how to make proper decisions and things like that. Get into these scriptures, man. It'll save your life from making some terrible decisions in life. It'll save you from making some absolutely terrible decisions if you, vet people and see, watch out for the signs of people like this. They show them to you if you give them enough time to.
Right.
If you look back at it, when stuff happens later in life, when you look back at it in the past, like when you met them and got with them, you've seen these signs already.
Right.
And it's like, I knew you was this type of person. You know what I'm saying? That's why I knew better. You know what I'm saying? I should have known better. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, that phrase, we got, if you knew better, you do better. Now you know. Now you know the signs and things to look out for when you out there in the streets, because they don't love nobody.
Right.
The people are drowning. And somebody that's drowning will pull you down so they can live. Hold you underwater to live. You know what I'm saying? So you can drown you so they can live. They drown in the way, they'll do anything for that life jacket. Say anything for you to save them from that terrible situation that they in.
Right.
Not caring, about your life. Only thing they can is trying to live.
Right.
Go ahead, please.
So like, would a good example be like Crabs and Barrel?
Yeah, a little bit, because crabs, they're not necessarily dying, but they just don't want you to make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, in this situation, this is just somebody who's gonna die. Like them crabs in the barrel, they live. They ain't, they probably just fine. They don't know. But this person absolutely know they drowning right now.
Right.
They know they're in a terrible situation. They about their life is going down. And you sitting there rolling around on the boat, they'll pull, if you go over there, if they panicking too much, they'll tip the boat over, ruin the boat, and they both of y'all go down. Or if you sitting there with a what they call a life raft or a life tube that they shoot out there, you can save them so they can float. They'll say anything to get it. They'll do anything to get it because they dying.
Right.
And that's why you got to watch for, in these streets, like when people are desperate and they want a need of everything, man, they'll say anything, man or female, to get what they want, even if it's dying for some vagina.
Right.
They ain't had, niggas die for vagina all the time.
Right.
Just to get it, they'll tell you anything, do anything. You know what I'm saying? So they will take it from you and rape you and steal it from you. You know what I'm saying? That's how serious it is. That's why it's so dangerous to be a sister. Because you got something, that a nigga kill you over, and you was just born with it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be real careful, out there in the world, man. I always tell us that y'all out there at the club, man, make sure, you want to buy, get drinks from people, go up to the bar and with them and watch them make you drink. Right. Don't let niggas just bring you drinks to your table or you leave your drinks unattended with niggas, you know what I'm saying? You can get poisoned, you get roofied and raped, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So it's dangerous out there for y'all sisters, man. So y'all be safe out there.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Which one you was holding, McCollum?
Well, that was it as far as last.
Let's grab.
So like someone had a question.
Yeah, let's get it.
Right,
Wisdom. Okay. Oh yeah, and let me see. All right, go ahead.
Okay, you still want to jot down some precepts?
Yeah, and I was just looking at the time too, so we ain't got to go through all of these.
Okay.
But like I said, Proverbs got some dope precepts.
I had to read that book like 2 times.
Oh, man, it's really that good. Yeah, we first start reading the Bible. That's the best way to start to get understanding of what the scriptures is talking about.
Yeah, I agree. I'll say that in Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Both, all right, come on. Micah, so like a sister had a question about Micah 7:5.
Okay.
Micah chapter 7, verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend.
Right, trust you not in a friend. Like we were just talking about earlier about friends. You know what I'm saying? Is that friend word? Do not take it lightly. You know what I'm saying? Especially these Facebook friends and these light associates that you met through somebody you thought was a friend or somebody who's supposed to be a friend or family. You can't put your trust in that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I trust my brothers. Like Christ said, who was my? He didn't even trust his mama. Like Christ said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? The people that do this work. That's who you can trust. Like it's tough. It's tough out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in the streets. Trust not in a friend. Go ahead.
Come. Put ye not confidence in a God.
Put ye not confidence in a God. You know what I'm saying? Because it's people that can steer you down the wrong path. Somebody who's supposed to be, somebody who you take guidance from. We got amazing counsel, but sometimes you want to take your counsel from the dude who wrote the horoscopes in the newspaper that day. You know what I'm saying? Or Steve Harvey.
Right.
Or T.D. Jakes or some of these Christian pastors who are just trying to beguile you and take something from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get counsel, like the scriptures say, from a man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's who you want to try to get counsel from. Instead of, the people, like I said, who wrote the horoscopes. That's where you get your guidance from, or your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, let my heart guide me. I got a gut feeling. That gut feeling you get or something. I don't know what people, or your friends that you grew up with, who you think, he's the big homie. You trusted in the big homie because he went to prison. You know what I'm saying? Then he got out of prison and he's still out there with y'all. I guess,
Right.
I guess don't trust them. You know what I'm saying, get you some counsel. You can go to IHPK.com
Right.
and get counsel. Request some counsel, and in whatever school you in, and get some righteous counsel about situations that you're going through. Okay,
That's
you can
right.
get righteous counsel. You do it for free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You definitely can make a donation. You know what I'm saying? Pay your tithes. You know what I'm saying? Do that.
Right.
That's $1 out of 10. You got $10 to pay. That's $1. For $1, you can get counsel that'll save your life. Where you get that at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got that, you gonna get it for free. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing, you get it because we are men of the Lord, and we want the best for our people. We're trying to build this nation by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
If I could plug our number from Minnesota, if anybody's in the area.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so if you want counsel from, Minnesota, if you are in the area, the Twin Cities, outside of the Twin Cities, the number is going to be 612-524-9544. The number again is 612-524-9544.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Go to scripture. Micah chapter 7, verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend.
Right.
Put ye not confidence in a God.
Right. Don't be trusting in your childhood friends that you grew up with, and your big homies or the horoscopes that you read.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And none of that stuff, none of them TD Jakes and Steve Harvey books and all of that nonsense, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't put your faith in that. Go ahead.
Come. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Right. And that goes for the women in your life. Sometimes you can't, like the other scripture, you heard the other scripture that said they have, a lot of women don't have discretion.
Right.
Okay. They don't have any discretion at all.
Right.
Okay. She's like a filthy hog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A beautiful hog. Like what they say, her beauty is like a jewel in a hog's snout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's a filthy hog and she has no discretion. So you can't talk to her about anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't tell her nothing because she's a filthy hog and she has no discretion.
Right.
Okay? You can't trust her. She's untrustworthy.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So don't tell her anything. You got a woman that's like that, you can't tell her nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep your mouth from her that, and even if you do got, a woman that is trustworthy, certain, in matters of war, you don't gotta, tell them what's going on at camp. I mean, I don't know that put the death at camp, but then you're gonna worry them while they're at home with the kids. Doesn't matter, camp is glorious. I don't care if y'all got a pistol up on you at camp or something like that. No, man, camp is glorious. The Lord was with us. It's great. So they go at home and they can just worry about, the children, the household. You don't gotta tell them stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to worry them and scare them and be fearful every time you walk out to go to camp. Is what's understood don't need to be discussed. Everybody know this is a dangerous job, but only soldiers and real men of the Lord is fit to do it.
Right.
And that's why we do it.
Right.
But if you got a filthy hog of a woman at home, please don't tell her nothing because she has no discretion.
Right.
Okay.
So like a sister had a question.
Let's keep going in the scripture.
Oh, that was the end of it.
That was it on that. Grab Proverbs 6 and Proverbs 6 and 23. And then we'll finish up with it. 6 and let's go. 6 and 23.
Right?
Uh-huh.
All right, Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
All right. Keeping these commandments is, the lamp, and the law is the light. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It'll help you see. You know what I'm saying? They work together. The lamp and the light, they work hand in hand. You got to keep them. Okay, these laws. And what does light do? It gets rid of the darkness.
Right.
Okay, it shines light on things.
Right.
Things that you can't see, now I can see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stumble. Now that the light's off, it can be stuck in front of you. You're going to stumble over. Right. Now when the light shows you, now you can step over this and step over there. You can dodge those bullets.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
Come. For the commandment is a lamp,
Uh-huh.
and the law is light.
Right.
and reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Read that part again.
Down. And reproofs of instruction are the
Go
way
back
of
up.
life.
You had missed one part. Go back up. After the law is light.
Oh, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
Right.
And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Right. And reproof of instructions, understanding instructions, getting instructions, being checked and corrected, all of those things is the way of life.
Right.
Trial and error. You got to learn. You got to
Right.
be. You cannot be upset. You should be happy that somebody loves you enough to check you on something that you're doing wrong.
Right.
Somebody who don't love you will continue to let you do the stupid stuff that you're doing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come. That was it on that.
Keep going on.
Yeah, come.
Hold on, because I want to get. Yeah, keep going, brother.
Okay.
Sure.
Verse 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Right. Keep going.
Go. Verse 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart.
Right. And that goes for both ways. Like I said, you want to choose a man and woman, don't just choose them because of how they look. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers lust over women's beauty. A lot of sisters lust over what a man has. You know, not necessarily beauty. That what a man has is beautiful to them. It makes them look good. You know what I'm saying? What that Jay-Z say, I'm a dime. I got $1 billion. That make me a dime or something. That make me, you know what I'm saying? The fact, you know, because he knows women. Like, yeah, he look delicious to women because he got some money. And that's the same thing. Like, don't pick a man over money, man. A lot of times, don't just pick a woman over looks. Okay, keep going.
Come. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids.
Right. You know that flirtatious. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, they great with flirting. You know what I'm saying? They looking at you, flirting, batting them eyes at you. You know.
Right.
Just don't let it. Don't be beguiled. You know what I'm saying? With those things. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread.
Right. Stay away from them hoes, man. You know what I'm saying? Sisters, stay away from them whoremongers, them whores for man as well. You know what I'm saying? Because there's one scripture I was like, all bread is sweet to a whoremonger. You know what I'm saying? One of them scriptures, like, you know, you stay with one man who will stick his rod into anything. He's gonna bring you home monkeypox to give you, like the brother said, that monkeypox box. So stay away from them. Go ahead.
All right, come. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread.
Right.
And the adulteress will hunt for the precious life.
Right. You brought to a piece of bread, you brought to nothing. They say water and bread keep a poor man fed. That's all you're gonna have is a damn piece of bread dealing with these things. And that's what's trying to happen with the dude Johnny Depp. And it will happen to you. You ain't Johnny Depp. You're gonna go in court and get took for everything you got, then you're gonna have nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have nothing at all, and you're gonna be in prison or dealing with these type of people. All right. Is that it on that?
Yeah, go.
All right. So with that, man, like I said, let's choose wisely. You know, let's make better decisions in life. That's, like I said, the main points. You know, let's talk to our children, okay, about the things going on in this earth. You know, to make sure that, you know, they understand what's going on. You got to make sure their minds is strong and equipped to handle all the pressure that they under in this earth, just like you. You know, they dealing with it too. They feel it as well. So we got to make sure that their mental health is good. Make sure your mental health is right. You know, make sure you praying, fasting, you know, doing the things to keep your mind right, especially in these times. Right. These are tough times, and we need each other more than ever. You know what I'm saying? We need people who love us and care about us in our corners. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is all really about.
Right.
Having the people in your corners that love you and care about you, and the people that don't, let them make it. You know what I'm saying? Let them make it, and don't think nothing of it. Okay? The people that is in your corner and love you, they're going to be there. The people that's not going to be there, let them go. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, because we have a bigger mission, and that's, you know, our nation. Right. And anybody who ain't for it is against it. Right. So with that, you know, pay your tithes, you know, get into these classes. You know, and we got the fire weekend. If y'all in Chicago, man, we got the Fire Weekend coming up July 21st through the 24th. You ain't gonna want to miss it. It's gonna be absolutely glorious. The Black and Brown Unity Cookout, man. We got, you know what I'm saying, lectures, man. It's gonna be an amazing time in Chicago. At that time, get down there. If you're not there, if you need assistance, get there. You know, call the school in your city to make sure you can get there and set up your room and board. We got hotels rented out. Man, you ain't gonna want to miss it. This is, I believe it's our 5th annual Fire Weekend, man, for the Midwest. So, man, you ain't gonna want to miss that. Get to that Midwest and get around real men and women of the Lord. Real priests and prophets of the Lord, you can really see what real brotherhood and real sisterhood looks like. Real man of the Lord looks like, and how they carry themselves and the things that we're doing for this community and the things that we have in place for our people, man. You ain't gonna want to miss it. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer McCarthy, man. Clap it up.
Right. I imagine. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be selected. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head, which is the camp leader, to speak to a brother or sister. And there's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, my Asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations or high holy days. It's going to be the Feast of First Fruits, all right, which is June 12th, okay? I believe that's on a Sunday. Let me double check. It's going to be on a Sunday, all right? So June 12th coming up very soon. Otherwise, if any brother or sister, so like if any trooper wants to come into the school to start wearing all black, boot shirt, headband, and scarf, it's like, I got to change this because this is old. You know what I mean? Salaki. All right, so otherwise, Salaki, everybody face the east. Wapanya Hakodam. All right, the Lord's Prayer. Okay. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanah. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shekah. Yahweh. Malach Watka. Laba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanaw. Lakam. Kol. Yawam. Wasalakina. Kabawakina. Kasalakina. Kabawakina. Wala'ah. Taba'ayna. Wanasawan. Abol. Hawashayna. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapara. La Alamya. In English. Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us of our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. All right, bless Israel in Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Vayashala.
Vayashala.
Wahabaya.
Wahabaya.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats name once. So for those that's on social media, type in your loved one's name. We will repeat it in the class. Otherwise, for those in class, you go ahead and kick it off.
ISUPK Minnesota.
ISUPK Minnesota.
All of ISUPK.
All of ISUPK. It's like, go ahead.
Anwar Yahweh.
Anwar Yahweh.
Sammy Floyd.
Sammy Floyd.
Corey Floyd.
Corey Floyd. ISUPK Minnesota.
ISUPK Minnesota.
Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
Officer Kawagabar.
Officer Kawagabar.
And his family.
And his family.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Maccabiah.
Maccabiah.
Jayla.
Jayla.
Ja'Cory. Josie. Terrell. Carlos Jr.
Kawanyala.
Kawanyala.
Sister of South Dakota.
Sister of South Dakota.
Amangabar.
Todd
Hall.
Charles Puckett. Tawana. Yeah, I don't last name.
Tawana.
Yeah, Tawana.
Anybody else?
Paul.
Frank Rogers. Stanley Hall. Francola Robertson.
Sapara. Amangabar. Tanagabar. Padasayan. Tarak. All of Israel. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Wada Aman. Go ahead. Desiree Davis.
All UPK.
UPK.
Minnesota. It says Overstreet. Zalea.
Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Wada Aman. In English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua. Bless us in Israel. In the school. Bless you, shall protect. Loved ones. Name Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Listen to us now. Right now. Say use a curse. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. Israelite brothers. In the school. Say use a curse. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. The treasure of the rich of Israel. That refuse to give to the school. Force their riches. To enter thy sanctuary. To use a curse. And punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. And the nation. And their drug dealers. The forces. The purposes. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
Skinheads,
Oscar the gay movement,
Gay movement,
the lesbian
Lesbian
movement,
movement,
spies,
Spies,
workers of witchcraft,
Workers of Witchcraft,
NASA space program,
Space Program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
open up the internet,
in the airway,
and that way,
cable access channel,
cable access channel,
the radio channel,
the radio channel,
convict the spirit of any of thy people
break the spirit of any of our people,
that seek to stop
to
us,
seek to stop us,
and bring swift destruction
bring swift destruction
to all the heathens
to all the heathens
that stand in the way
stand the way,
or try to stop us
try to stop
from
us,
broadcasting your word
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues,
It's all the place.
cause them to go to and fro
Go to and fro.
through the earth and consume
The
them.
earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
The plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shah,
The Yahushua,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel,
come down with flying saucers
down from flying
and
saucers,
punish all the heathens
punish all the heathens
that come up against us
that come up against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all
Because we know by all
that it's the angels that have done it.
that it's angels that are God.
Cause it to spread through the media
Because we spread through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Because we shake at thy
In
time.
the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you always. So be it.
So be it.
All right, sir. All right, men of Israel, Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barak Thon. All right, sorry to the sisters, which means to turn. Men of Israel, Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shema Thon Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Imagine Batak, class dismissed.